Hey guys, I want to get into some key components of alchemy. But first, let me just quickly finish this up right here. Like I was saying, when this is your physical creation, when Saturn shoots a neutrino wave into the moon, down here on Earth, what happens is your father shoots his sperm into your mother's eggs. And then Jupiter causes the growth. Jupiter is always growth of all types, but this is the divine paternal wisdom. All right, and coming down to us. This is the human strength vitality. Now we have all the archetypes within us, and it's also within the heavens. This is pointing upwards, and it's blackened. All right, because it's also muddled. Now we always get into fights and arguments and conflicts based on Mars, Venus, and Mercurian thought. Our extreme Martian, could be extreme left brain masculine. The right brain could be Venus. And in the middle is the Mercurian thought. That is very muddled human strength, meeting with the divine, which is Saturn, Moon, and Jupiter. In the middle you have something called the septenary, okay? And the septenary is the center, and it's 21 major trump cards, with the 0, the O, being the Fool, which is always the first or the last trump card, into the 4th dimension. Now, there's so many things that this tablet can break down. This is literally like the computer code of the universe. This is literally everything within the universe. And the easiest way to break down all this energy is through pyramids and trinities. All is electric and magnetic. All is electric and magnetic. Black dielectric wave is masculine still. White longitudinal magnetic is divine feminine. And electric color spectrum, the atom, is masculine. And real quick, as you go up the septenary, all right, the bottom would be the Shathula Sharira, it's the physical body. The Linga Sharira would be the astral body. Some people call it the double. Prana is the vital principle. Kamarupa, the desire body, seat of animal desires and passions, the seat of living electrical impulses, desires, okay? Now you have manas, consisting of higher manas, spiritual, inner, or higher ego. And the lower manas is the ordinary mind. Then you have the buddhi, the spiritual soul, vehicle of pure universal spirit. And of course, at the end, you have the atma, which is pure consciousness. That would be the crown of the universe. Okay, the atma, spirit or self, one with the absolute as its radiation, the I am cognition. Don't forget about the jiva atma and the paramatma. They are within the heart. When you pass away, you go within the heart, and all that spirit, all that energy, your vital force leaves the body. And it goes somewhere else. But it leaves, it unsheaths the body. The skin of the body just decomposes and strips off the soul and the spirit. So this is like the blueprint of yourself. But now I want to get into some alchemy right now. Basic principles of alchemy, okay? Let's see, right here. Alrighty. Okay, harmonics in alchemy. All is from one. These are some notes I took. Alchemy is the exploration of the involution of the absolute into matter, and evolution is matter back to the all, the source, the Ouroboros. So it's an exploration of the involution of the absolute. So it's the absolute, let's just call it this right here, involuting. It's coming down, all right, into matter. This is coming down into matter. And it's also going the opposite way. And matter is evolving back to the all, Ouroboros, the source. And it's a constant wheel. It's a constant disc. And what are discs? Discs are your chakras. If you know the chakras, and you really know the chakras, how they work, you know how important they are, how to master them, how to shield them, how to grow through them. You want to raise your Christos up the Shushumna, which is the rod that the Ida and the Pingala, the black and white snakes, go up and down, it's the Kundalini serpents. Matter truly is that portion, I wrote potion also, of the all. It's the potion, or the portion of the all, which we apprehend and comprehend through our senses. And that's physical matter, all right? Which is transcendental. Because it's the counterpoint of physical matter is always, they call it quantum. It's transcendental. When something goes quantum, scientists cannot explain it. It's a phenomenon. All right, there's many different words for quantum energy. The all is the one, which is fundamental truth for the substantial reality. We have limited sensory apparatuses. All things are connected but separated only by their rates of vibration on the diatonic scales. Okay, everything is energy. Beyond that is divine. Polarity is another principle of alchemy. The one reflecting on itself creates the first movement towards polarity. So when something reflects upon itself, boom, you have polarity, like the Vesica Pisces, which is the division, the division of the one into a most subtle spiritualized energy. And subtle energy is what scientists call quantum. There's a bunch of words for subtle energy. And let me see if I can find them. There's so many words for subtle energy. Let's see. Subtle energy is everywhere. Let's see. There's so many names for it. I'm trying to find those names. Okay, here we go. Other words for subtle energy: psychic, intuitive, etheric, 0 point, vital, spiritual energy, orgone, scalar waves, tachyons, chi, prana, time reversed waves, longitudinal waves, biofields, biomagnetism, bioelectricity is also another one. So all those things are for subtle energy, and the division of that. Division of the one into the most subtle spiritualized energy or dense material energy. The all one source being divided into spirit matter. That's true polarity. When spirit turns into matter. It's a division process. So God dies and sacrifices. God sacrifices God in order for us to have experience. Polarity. Everything in nature has an opposite. Day and night, male, female, hot, cold, wet, dry, active, passive, good, evil. It goes up and on. It goes on and on and on. Check. Do something over here. This is a wave. Don't forget, your waves are always broken into, starting at Aries, exalting in Cancer. And that's a fire and air. That's fire and air force, as high as you can. When you get low, it's earth and water, okay, which is matter. Matter would be earth and water. The life force, the true prana, would be fire and air. But all things, whether it's this atom, starts in Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Aries, Cancer, detriments or falls in, it falls in Libra, detriments in Capricorn. These are all the waves. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, sure, prima materia. It's the yin-yang, okay, ready? In the middle you have Mercury. This is your feminine, celestial salt. Fixed, it's fixed. Earth and water, that's the sign for earth and water. This is salt, that's your feminine principle, the body. Your masculine is the volatile energy, air and fire. That's air and that's fire. That's sulfur, that's the soul. In the middle they have a meeting ground called Mercury. It's the quicksilver. Again, Mars and Venus meeting ground would be Mercury. Another beautiful, solid principle of alchemy is the sacred cycles. Everything has a sacred cycle. Cyclical rhythm to everything. Vibration being periodic and circular in nature. The wheel. The wheel is in nature. The wheel is also your chakras. Literally, translates into wheel. These are very, very, very important. Let's see. Without astrology, the neutrino vibratory cymatic nature, that's what I call it, neutrino vibratory cymatic nature, true alchemy is not possible. Can't happen. The as above, so below principle. From the atomic level to the heavens. It's all based on the sacred cycles. Every illness appears to be vibratory disharmony. Every illness is a disharmony, dis-ease, or dissonance to a particular waveform or a field. Alchemy uses a system of correspondences to restore the harmony of our true senses. You have to stay within the laws of nature. Respect and love them. Every planet and star has a unique archetypal energy. Every planet and star and constellation has a unique archetypal energy, an expression, a signature, qualities associated with it, such as color, musical notes, parts of the body, diseases, planets, medical effects, mentality, herbs, stones, gems, crystals, metals, etc. You know, Venus is copper and yarrow, and it's the kidneys. The waxing moon is good for enriching. So when the moon is waxing, when it's going towards the full moon status, it's good for enriching an essential element by circulation, distillation. Magnetic influence draws things upwards. Would that be air and fire? Yes, it would. Sulfur, soul. Volatilizing, volatile, exalting spirituality. And the waning moon would be coming down, good for separating the pure from the impure by distillation, extraction, calcinations, dying moonlight. Our matter is subjected to the fermentation and putrefaction of death, in order to release its essence, thus separating pure from impure. Our material subject is the magnet, which gathers energy and holds it. So the magnetic core, or the magnet, gathers energy and holds it. That is the secret of the universe. Computer chips hold the secret of us, hold the secret of the universe. Who truly made the computer chips? They hold energy and they gather information and they transcend and they give out information. It holds information and it transfers them.